is set to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action now. Jackson. Shakir hauls it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 38.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Motion man is Shakir. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now Jackson going to shift him around. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Hey, come on. Report.
Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Kamara up the middle. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's May. They'll get this out to Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
A loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
May going to give it to Henderson. A little juke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Trevion Henderson with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Borregales set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
13.
From the gun, Jackson. That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We change it. No, we change it. Report.
To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Real quick.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Jackson now. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A give for Henderson running to the right. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Taken down back at the 42.
To the air, May. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll throw with May. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40.
16 yards. That's good for a Brooklyn first down.
From the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And some room to work. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From the shotgun, May with it. And he
takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw, it's May.
He finds Douglas complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing here is May.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
and the Monarchs add 6 to their lead. Borregales now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Monarchs 14, Bills 3.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get scouted up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
In punt formation.
Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week.
And it's caught inside the 30. And a huge play that time. 54 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this 1st half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
We're going to throw May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now back to throw. And it's Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Monarchs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point now for Borregales. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Monarchs 21, Bills 3. Andy Borregales set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
See, man, I'm gonna go. Hey, Chuck. Chuck, where are you? Hey, Ozzy, Chuck.
Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bills first down.
Ready. Where's up? Report. Hey. Middle. No. You at.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Andres Borregales set to kick off.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action now. May. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here goes that. Five. Hey, what's that? Crazy.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down to about the 42.
Now 2nd and 9.
22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
From the gun, it's May. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
What's that? Hey, what's that?
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
May looking to run.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. And they're on 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Jackson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Kyle Duggar there on the cover.
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're able to get to him right away, but still down to the 44-yard line with a catch.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Bills.
Now Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
First down, Buffalo.
We changed it. Hey. Middle.
Now it's Jackson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
You turned it.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Keon Coleman,
A 5-yard touchdown.
and the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and...
Here's May.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And up Woodland. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, it's Henderson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here we go on second and 12. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
Well, he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle.
With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Borregales now for the extra point.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
34. Bills 11. Borregales set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, come on. Hey, middle. Hey, nice hot. Go. Hey.
To throw is Jackson. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Tyler Scott, 50 yards. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
180. Nice hot. 180. Nice hot. No.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To the air, May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
They'll try and throw for it with May. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Monarchs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Jackson now. That'll be caught. It's Scott. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
No, we changed it. 13. Ready. Right shot. Ready. Ozzy. Sit up.
Looking to throw. Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Jackson will throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Keon Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bills 26.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get out of the bottle pattern right now. Okay, get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire. But at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go, sit up. Hey, what's that? Good.
From the shotgun, May with it. On the RP.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Scott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for two.
Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they're on the 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw with May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Henderson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to 43. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Again, it's Henderson. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Trevion Henderson, 38 yards. And the Monarchs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Monarchs 46, Bills 34.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
Jalen Waddle on the return. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Change it. 13. It's a lot. Report. Hey.
Throwing, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll come up now on second down. Now Jackson. Wrist to the tight end, Kincaid.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throw downfield going to be taken in by Jackson. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another Bills. First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Real quick, man.
Second down, goal to go. Jackson to throw.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Bills 41.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. That one looks like he'll throw here.
May looking to run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Brooklyn,
they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills,
they fall now to 6-10 on the year.
And they will look to turn it around next time out. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.